rise, warriors of gold. Legends are written, our story unfolds. Steel meets will in the heart of a fight. Bow to the crown or be lost in the night. We stand tall, we don't kneel. Glory forged in iron and steel. Through the fire, through the pain, only the strongest will remain. Imperial, yeah, the kingdom stands. Imperial, yeah, we rule the land. No retreat, no backing down. We wear the gold, we take the crown. Imperial, the empire reigns. Battle cries echo through the halls. Champions rise while the weak ones fall. One shot, one chance, destiny calls. Claim your fate or lose it all. We stand tall, we don't kneel. Glory forged in iron and steel. Through the fire, through the pain, only the strongest will remain. Imperial, yeah, the kingdom stands. Imperial, we rule the land. No retreat, no backing down. We wear the gold, we take the crown.
Yo, it's Friday night, ain't nothing to do. Grab that Irn-Bru, the brevs roll on through. Strange is on the mic, and he's acting insane. You've been strange, is starting, and it ain't no game. Friday night, grab a brew, stay loud. Brevs link up, yeah, we run this crowd. Strange and DJ be breaking the chains. You've been strange, ain't nothing the same. Strange stays sipping that fizzy delight. Brevs in the booth turning up tonight. DJ B flexing, the media king. Born again Brev doing his thing. No rules here, just jokes and vibes. Irn-Bru fizz with the chaos live. So sit back, chill, let the night flow free. When you've been strange, it's the place to be. Friday night, grab a brew, stay loud. Brevs link up, yeah, we run this crowd. Strange and DJ be breaking the chains. You've been strange, ain't nothing the same.
You've been stranged. Ain't not. I do that every time. Where is he? He's there. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I know usually I've got Strange next to us, but before we came on tonight, we had a visit in the backstage area, and he is in the middle of a heated debate right now with our good friend Walker. So I am gonna let him do what he needs to do back there. We'll give him a minute or two. I'm waiting for a signal from him just to get him on here. But before that, lots of you watching right now. Good evening, Ethan. Nice to see you here. Good evening, Jaden. There's my good friend Brandon tuning in as always, supporting IWF. Absolutely fantastic. Don't know who's on the account tonight. Probably Shady. Good evening, Shady, if that's you. There's Blue Brev. Hey, Blue Brev. Good to see you. There's another good friend of mine. I hope you're doing all right. Evening, Brevs and Brevettes. There's Zoe. So I'm going to assume Zoe is upstairs at Stranger's house, as per usual. There's Belbrev. There's Brian. Nice to see you, Brian. I seen you earlier today. It was really, really good to have a catch up with you, Brev. And we got Taylor Truths as well. Also caught up with Taylor Truths earlier today. Absolutely fantastic catching up with him, as per usual. Here for a good time, not for a long time. Well, for however long you're here for, Taylor, I hope you have fun. And I know you're not one. I know you don't like being called it, but I really do hope you have fun, Brev. So, you've been strange. This is what the third episode of what I'm going to call our new season of You've Been Strange here on IWF and SME. We see Smee Guy. Speaking of SME, Smee Guy is here right now. And I am getting word from backstage that, yes, the heated debate is over. And here is Strange. Hello, Brev.
You all right, Brev? How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm curious as the this heated debate. You've been backstage with Walker. What's going on?
Well, you call it a heated debate. I call it a laugh. You see, me and Walker, we don't argue. We just weren't on the same page, that's all.
About what?
So you see, Brev, we've got a match in 2 days at Dropkick. The first IWF match. And I had to pick team captains. Naturally, I would go for Big Brev. Naturally.
Yeah.
However, I've promised if Persona stops drinking that silly black liquid, that would choose him as team captain, which he's obliged to. So Persona will be the team captain for Team IWF.
We're not going to hear the end of that.
Listen, there's method to the madness. If he stops drinking that crap, we could get the old Persona back. Think about it, Brev. The Atlantic League.
I used to want that so bad. You know yourself. I wanted the old Persona back. I'm at that point now where I think he's too far gone.
No, I think you're wrong there. And I got some, been getting our new merch.
Yeah.
The hoodies and things. But I got told I can't drink. Exactly, they're beautiful. I've been told I'm a GM now, I can't drink out of cans anymore. So I need to get an official IWF cup. I spent the funds on something different, Brev. Something
I
I'm not
like
going to hear the end of.
I like it.
However, so we've got Persona as the captain of Team IWF. So I thought, why not give a young lad a chance? And Alfie Jackson will be the captain. Well, the other team of IWF. Listen.
I don't know how Sawyer and Hybrid's going to feel about that.
As a great genius once told me, rule number 1 is opportunities. So I thought, the little pillock called me a clown. So there's your opportunity.
That's the biggest Strange fan ever.
Oh, hi, Ella.
Oh, man.
There,
I'm sorry. I always said I would tell you straight to your face if I think something's wrong. I think you made the wrong decision, Brev. I think Big Brev should have been captain.
Oh, I thought you meant about the cup.
No, not about the cup. The cup is okay. Speaking of,
as you've already told everybody, Mr. Wall Street is backstage. So
yes.
It's been a long time since he's been on here.
There is the Big Brev. Hey, Big Brev.
He's nearly got a smile.
Nearly.
Come on, Brev.
The only thing I don't understand about this, Strange, is you say you promised and you would pick me. What was the need in the poll on the page?
I
won it fair and square by a landslide. And now you're giving someone this opportunity that he doesn't even deserve. He might claim to be the greatest wrestler ever in the world. Brev, he ain't a big Brev like me.
That's what I mean. You don't need an armband to go out there and be loved and to smash people's face in.
I'd rather give it something.
I'm with you, Walker.
You're feeding his ego. You're wanting this likeness back in him. It's never going to happen. He's going to cost us this match. I'm telling you this now. And if he puts a foot out of line, I'm going to be the first to put him back in line.
Listen, Brev, I'm going to be ringside, so you don't need to worry about that. He won't. I fully believe that we will see Persona see the light again. There you go. Have a smile, Brev. Here we come.
I see that. I see that.
And, Brev, while I was snooping about backstage, I noticed somebody else was sitting there. And he knows about opportunities, so he might back me up here.
Possibly. Let's get him on, ladies and gentlemen. You know him. You love him. It's the one and only Colin Walker.
Evening, DJB. Evening,
Good
Walker.
evening.
Evening, Strange Face. I'll tell
Genius.
you what. When you have to choose a captain, there's a lot of things you got to think about. I think, why not opportunities? Give Alfie the chance. You know, he finished off the show. The one with the least number of red cards and yellow cards on Wednesday night on Don's show. But I know Walker. And I would have gone with him. Absolutely. Because I never trusted Persona. And I'm really worried that you're trusting him. Because that dark liquid, it's going to be difficult. I know that Walker will give him a good old punch up the bracket, a kick up the arse, and good luck. But Persona's been chosen. Walker, do as you're told. You know, remember, teamwork, dream works. There's no I in team, but there's 4 eyes in flipping idiots. So, teamwork.
I like that one.
I do.
I like that one.
Colin would choose Walker as he likes to meddle. And these aren't the same comment, by the way. This is 3 separate times Taylor has called you a weasel in the past 60 seconds.
And Taylor could go kiss my big hairy ginger backside.
But anyways, it looks like everybody needs to lighten up a bit, including Mr. Truce calling people weasels. So I've got a video. I mean, make you smile. It's all about animals and some form of gas.
Oh, Lord, can I just click the button?
Click the button, Brev.
Wasn't me.
Oh, God.
Everyone's smiling now, Brev. But has anybody ever been in the position when they're in trouble and you think, you still me feeling a bit funny here? Like when you were in school and you were getting told off, you think, I can feel one brewing. Watch this next clip.
Oh, God.
You
There we go.
Do you have any questions for me?
Can I fart real quick or no?
It's free country, dude.
I wonder what he did to be in trouble with the police to start with.
should have arrested him for that. Don't you mean? I thought he was playing the national anthem on it.
Oh, God.
He's definitely getting dropped off on the way home to change his kegs before he gets to the cells. Do I have any comments before I ask a genius question?
Taylor, you know what that is? Rimming. He doesn't like that.
Yeah, God.
Do you think Colin... I think that's Brian talking to Simon G. Money, I think.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, no doubt in my mind. Says Simon G. Money and Bell Brev. I know someone that farts in public. Yeah. I think we know that same person.
I may have popped in Sports Direct today, and Belbred, he was like one of them dogs. However, there's Robbie's coming Sunday.
You're up, yeah.
So
See you Sunday, Rob.
something happened when we were up in. I'm very disappointed I chose this episode tune in with this podcast.
I don't care.
Yeah, neither
Don't
I'm
worry.
like.
Don't worry about money. He's spitting his dummy out after he lost his 24/7 title on Sunday. And guess what? He's blaming me. I was only sat at commentary. I didn't get in the ring. Wasn't me. Although Miss Jinx was sat to the left-hand side of me, and she saw how distressed I was after Simon was, shall we say, milking it, shall we say. So she added herself in there, and shall we say, a stitch in time saves 9, Simon. Out Simon went. Jinx is a 24/7 champion, and Simon's face was like a slap backside. And guess what? I was so happy.
He kicked me and me meat and 2 veg at that show. Little freak.
He got more than one kick in the old Jimmy Jules. He must have had 20 kicks in the blooming ground jewels in that match.
There he is.
It took us all the travel back home from Scotland, pushing them out me throat.
Oh, just think about poor Simon. You know, I think he'll probably need an operation on that.
The time you did it to me.
I did kick him in there. However, the question I've got about Alba was, Brev, what was all this about? Play the footage.
You heard it, didn't you? You heard it, strange face. You weren't expecting it either, were you?
They heard it 10 streets over, Colin.
Thing is, that's your champion. And that's the Wrestling with Pride champion as well. Getting Dropkick.
Oh, he did. But he nearly tweaked your blooming ankle off, Sunshine.
He did.
I just remember we've got Dropkick in our episode title tonight, folks. Clotheslines and Chokeslams and Dropkicks. Oh my.
The ankle's feeling fine. But I did watch Don Bronson's show earlier this week, and I heard that young Alfred Jackson had a lot of words about Wall Street.
He did.
Brev, the floor's all yours.
There's nothing more exciting than the next show that I'm going to be in is the Dropkick show, which is, it's going to be the pre-show match, and it's going to be probably one of the best matches you're going to see of the night, without a doubt, because I'm going to absolutely obliterate them 3 Muppets that we're fighting against. Alfie Jackson, you've got Hybrid, and you've got the Masked Monster, Nate Sawyer. At this moment in time, my main focus is winning the match. But there's a few spanners in the works now because you picked your new best mate as team captain. But that's not going to stop me from getting my hands on that scrawny little weasel, Alfie Jackson. You say the special words of knocking up my partner. You're just jealous because you've never knocked up no one in your life. Never mind, get it up. You're a weasel and I'm going to smash your head in. You just got to remember this though. The last time that we had a one-on-one, I threw you around like a wet nappy. And I say a wet nappy because that's what you wear when you enter that ring with anyone my size, because it's got to catch that dribble coming out your arse. You can carry on your trash talk anyway, because when we do get to the Dropkick show, well, that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to knuckle down, sit down in your corner. When I'm in the ring, you're not going to want to get in But guess what? I'm just going to drag you in. And you know what that is. Colin, finish it off.
Genius. And you're also going to knock his teeth down his throat, aren't you?
You mentioned that.
In fact, I might do it the other way around. I might kick him that hard up his arse, he's going to taste his handshake.
Yeah.
Well, you see Simon G. Money there. I respect Mr. Jackson, but I will say there's a chance he's bitten off more than he can chew. My advice to him, take advantage of hybrid being in your corner. Why just hybrid? Have you seen Nate Sawyer?
Yeah, but
Nate Sawyer's probably the only one that probably gives me that little inkling of worry.
Nate Sawyer doesn't care about anybody. He doesn't care about his team.
Nate Sawyer is uncontrollable. That's the
Yeah.
problem. He is the X factor in here. He could absolutely murder his own team, I can imagine. If he falls out with Alfie and Hybrid, he could knock them two out and then go for the other three on the other side.
Yep.
No,
the only concern Nate Sawyer has is running out of body bags.
I hope he does bring the two of them, and then Wall Street smashes his skin face in. He looks like a sugar puff, doesn't he?
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I wouldn't.
The honey monster. However, talking about the Dropkick show, we do have the match cards.
We do. Angela Waits, can you put a comment up a second?
Which one?
Just put a comment up there. Angela Waits, 8:22.
Oh, there we are. There we are.
How much are the tickets? The tickets are £10 for an adult, £5 for under 16s. If you look under 5, you'll get in for doubt. A family ticket is 2 adults, 2 under 16s for £25. You can pay cash or debit card on the door. And 3:30 is when doors, but it might be a little early because I'm having lots of utterances in my lungs that there might be quite a few folk coming and we'll need to put a lot of chairs out. So we'll get going when everyone's sat down. It's as simple as that.
Wait, so if I have a shave, I'll get in for under 5, I'll get in for free,
No,
right?
no, Brev.
How?
You don't look 5 years old with a clean shave.
I do.
He looks more like a potato.
Look like an egg.
It's not even an oval egg. It's like one of them that you know them eggs that you get and they're just like round at the bottom and they've just got like the little point. That's strange.
Like a corn head. It's all right. But anyways, March to the Glory. I think this is a good play on words, Genius. Because
it is March.
It is March.
And it is glorious. We've got our champion. And I just cannot wait. And all the Roman costumes and stuff like that. Marching to glory. And just see these centurions. And I just think that there's going to be a lot of anguish at this. Because, well, let's get onto the card. And then we could talk about them. But as you can see on there, there's a lot of famous faces there. There's some people you won't know. But that's fine. Because we'll get you to introduce them. I have little videos before most of the matches, so at least you get to know who they are and what's happened.
Good.
Boom.
Would you look at that? It's IWF, first of all. So I believe this is going to be the pre-show where... Did you say that we were starting at 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock. Well, people are not coming in until 3:30. I think you're on at about 4:45, 20 to 4 till about 4 o'clock. You want to get going at 4 o'clock with the main show. So as long as these lot can sort themselves out in 20 minutes, I don't mind.
Oh,
you only 5 minutes. And it's going to take 3 minutes for all of us to get out.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, I would just allow. Would I be allowed 1 minute here? Because I've just received a video from a friend of ours regarding this match.
Oh,
yeah. So Strange and Walker, I believe you will have heard of a friend of mine who frequently watches these shows, frequently watches lots of other content, and we call him Smee Guy. Well, Smee Guy just sent me this video, and he says this is for the pre-show match. So here we go.
Hey everyone, the IWF. I want to wish Safrina, Walker, and Persona in their match this Sunday, and I'm against Hybrid and Nate Sawyer and Alfred Jackson. This is the SME guy, TMX. I'm actually here on vacation right now, but I want to wish, I thought I'd come on here and wish Safrina, Walker, and Persona the best of luck this Sunday in their pre-show match against Sawyer, Hybrid, and Alfred Jackson. Good luck, guys. Kick ass. And remember, it's not about you. It's about SME.
Oh, that was nice of him.
That was nice of him to take time out of his vacation to wish you good luck, isn't it?
Ah,
Bless him. However, when I got word that we were going to do pre-show matches at Dropkick, I had to pick what I believed at the time is the very best that we have to offer. Now, I wasn't allowed to use one of my roster.
No.
Because we shall see him later on the card. However, that allowed me to use young Alfie Jackson. So, happy days. However, Wall Street, you want to get your hands on all three of these. And I know that none of these stand a chance against the biggest brev of them all. Sylphrina, young, exciting talent, and Persona, the best in the world. What a crock of crap. But anyways, going against the Honey Monster, the guy that looks like Stevie Wonder, and a criminal. He's definitely up the court, young Jackson, isn't he?
Let no one underestimate Sylphrina here. It's to your detriment if you do. I don't know, Nathan, Hybrid, and Alfie, they can be disrespectful at the best of times. And I'm sure she will show them who's boss. Absolutely.
I believe so. And if Persona does step out of line, Brev, give him a clip round the lug.
I'm going to give him more than a clip. Best believe that, Brev.
Fair dues. I don't want to say who I think is going to win because I'm GM and that will be very, very disrespectful. But I'll let yous.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to say specifically who's going to win. All I will say is that IWF is going to win. No matter what.
Point. That's a good point. Mr. Genius.
I'm biased. It's Walker, Sylphrina, and Persona. I've got to go with my mate Walker. He's the biggest of the lot of them. He's just one punch up the bracket of them three. Lights out. Team IWF is going to win.
And Walker, any last words you've got to say about this match?
You can turn up to the show and watch it for yourself.
He's ready.
Oh, yes.
So then we'll move on to the main show.
Yes.
What does Dropkick have to offer?
In no particular order. Yes, the first card I've got here.
Oh, I seen him on Don Bronson's live the other day.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Very well spoken.
Antonio Vultura, the guy with the mustache. He's Italian. He's very passionate. Ahmed Hamda. He's built like a gorilla. I'll tell you that. And they're both as strong as oxes, taking on the Dropkick dream of Hugo Harris and the cunning of the Jackal. A Jackal we saw last weekend in Scotland. And don't get young Spawn started on Jackal.
Yeah. Hit me with a stick.
I'm hoping to see Iron Kings come out with a win. Yeah. I've never had the chance to see Antonio wrestle before, but I have had the chance to see Ahmed Hamda wrestle before. I think it was mid last year, and he was absolutely fantastic. And that guy can fly over the top rope for a man his size. You wouldn't expect it.
make a move. And to be fair, one half of Endeavour has got the second Dropkick in the UK.
No. My Dropkick of the year, Hugo Harris. Full stop. End of argument.
He didn't put Persona on the show then. But bygones be bygones. What a breath. Have you seen any of these in action?
Jackal, yes, absolutely amazing talent, as much as I hate to say it, because I hate the guy. Just because of what I've seen, he's an amazing wrestler, but his attitude stinks. Whether or not he's like that at Dropkick, I don't know. And I believe it's, as Colin says, the Gorilla Man. He is forced to be reckoned with. He is. See, I'm built this way. This man's built this way. He's a powerhouse. He may not look like he's agile, but he's off the mark.
It's called Ahmed Hamda, isn't he?
Yeah.
So Voltaire said something the other day, and I know his weakness. So Voltaire went, "My man Hamda is a specimen of a man, but he can't. He can't cook, brevs. That's his weakness." No.
Vulture can cook. He's a great Italian. Cooking is Italians' life. They love to cook, and if you ever get invited to Vulture's for something to eat, it will be magnificent. But Iron Kings need to win. If they don't win this, they're out of the tournament. It's as simple as that. And that's what it's come down to. They've got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
I'm looking forward to this one. Shall we move on?
I believe Iron Kings will win this because they're going to do anything that means necessary to win it.
Oh, yeah. If you got nothing to lose, why not just put it all on the line?
All in.
Thanks.
And they will.
So
And they will.
the next card I have here, folks, is this one.
Oh, it's Big Mick.
Big Mick.
Big Mick.
He's been keeping himself busy lately, Big Mick has, I've noticed.
Yes.
Yes, he
Brett,
has.
have you seen this guy?
Yes.
I've seen it, but he come out with this big, long, black leather jacket on. I don't know if he still comes out with it.
Yep, absolutely.
Massive.
This guy can move for his size, and he's a big, big boy. Last time I seen him, he flipped over the ropes and landed on his feet. What on earth is that all about?
I'd land on my face.
But Mr. Half Daniel, he wants to watch himself. Keep calling him Medium Michael.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah. And Simon's best buddy, you got to remember, Big Mick trains up at Iron Girders up in Glasgow under Luke King Sharp's dojo up there. And he's doing a lot of great stuff up there. He's Luke King Sharp up there. And Big Mick is just one of his academy, one of his guys. But he's built like a brick outhouse. But Johnny T's in the other corner with Johnny Flashback also around ringside. Just keep that Pillock Simon G money away, because we know what money's going to be. He's going to try and get involved. So I've said, Johnny Flashback, get yourself around that ring and keep your eyes out for Simon, because we just know he can't help it, can he?
He can't. Well, I'm a massive fan of Johnny Thunder. The guy is amazing, and I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves. I think he could be a champion in any promotion. He is brilliant, and that's why I think he's going to put Big Mick down.
Yeah, short and sweet. I think Johnny Thunder's going to overcome the Man Mountain Big Mick here and come out with an impressive victory. Like you said, Flashback's ringside. So anyone wants to show up, Llama Legs, Flashback's going to be there, and Flashback isn't one to trifle with. He will put you down old school.
Absolutely.
You will. He'll take you back in time. Walker, what do you think?
I'm torn. I'm torn because Simon J. Money's a slippery little git. I've seen him in action. He is the slime ball of the slime ball. And Big Mick, although he's agile and he's a powerhouse, is he going to have that cardio to keep up with Johnny Thunder? Because I've seen that man and he can move very quick and very quick for a very long time. And then he's got Johnny Thunder Flashback. I mean, there's no better parent in a tag team partnership than Johnny Thunder and Johnny Flashback. The names say it all.
Thunder Flash.
There is Strange Street.
Well, that's for another day. We need to speak.
Fair enough.
And I mean,
However,
after today's, that's questionable, isn't it, Brev?
Yeah.
No questions about it. However, Genius, I'm assuming, are you going to make a guess on what you think?
Well, I think this match will come down to shenanigans, I think. I think there's going to be shenanigans, probably both sides. My heart says Johnny T, but my head's thinking Big Mick because I know what a pillock Simon can be. But in my heart, I want Johnny Thunder to win. Absolutely. You know, progressing on with the tournament next month. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Next slide, please, Brev.
Next slide. And I do believe this was the most recently announced match for Monster Glory.
It was.
It's Chris versus Bronson.
Yeah.
Doesn't Don look? He's just straining for a big poo.
Anyone ever played God of War? I'm sorry, but that Kevin Jacobs, if you put him in the Kratos face paint, he could.
Nah, he's got a better. Kratos has got a better beard, Brev. Come on.
Okay,
I don't play geeky games. I don't like
game. It's a game about a man with power. Not your Pokemon cards.
Oh God.
But anyways, we all seen Don Bronson. We've all seen what he's about. He likes to inflict pain. But however, when I spoke to the Genius last week in Scotland, he had a lot to say about Kevin Jacobs.
Kevin Jacobs, he was at one of our gala shows at Berkeley. I say that he was in the Battle of Berkeley Cup, and he had a match with you and G Mackey there. These two put on a burner, but Kevin, 6'2", built like a brick outhouse. And I said to Don, I think you're going soft, Don. And so I brought Kevin Jacobs back just to remind Don what it's like. Because, Don, you need to toughen up. It's as simple as that. If you're going to win this tag team tournament, you've got to knuckle down, and Kevin Jacobs will just remind you of a few things. Mr. Left and Mr. Right. It's as simple as that. It's going to be a brawl. It's not going to be pretty. And I can't wait.
Left, right, good night. However, I think Don Bronson will overcome the odds here. And I think you'll become victorious.
I completely agree. Then again, though, I can't completely say that because I've never seen Kevin Jacobs before. I don't know what this guy's going to bring to Don Bronson. Hopefully, I'm wanting Don. I'm wanting Don to win.
Well, you, Brett.
No disrespect, but I don't really know Kevin Jacobs. But Don and me go way back. And that man has had hundreds, if not thousands, of obstacles thrown at him. Maybe, Colin's right. He might have gotten a bit soft because I've not seen that aggression from him in a very long time. And maybe this is what he needs to have that kick up the backside, get his head back in the game, and show him, everyone at Dropkick, who Don Bronson really is. But my money's on Don.
you've always got to remember the difference between a pat on the back and a kick up the backside is only 18 inches. And it's very simple that Kevin Jacobs is there for a reason. He's there to win. And I think if Don's not on his top form, he's going to get beat.
Oh, I totally agree. If Don is not ready for this and he underestimates Mr. Jacobs, this could be a long night for Bronson. Let's move on.
Move on. And, oh, God, do I have to put this one up? Do I really have to put this? Oh. Nothing against Ken Douglas, but Simon G. Money's on the poster.
Well, as we're seeing on the Dropkick page, Mr. Big Michael had a good crack at Ken. But Don explained that Ken is now fully fit and ready to go.
He is.
However, is he going to overcome the odds with Big Mick in Simon G. Money's corner? That's the thing.
I'd like to think so. But Big Mick, yeah, I mean...
Listen, Brev. If I had Wall Street in my corner up Alba, I would not have lost against you and G. Mackie. The big powerhouse in your corner really makes
Didn't get invited.
Well, that's not on me, Brev.
Ray, car share? I could have come as a fan. And then absolutely knocked someone out if they got involved. But you don't think like that. You change breath.
Fully fit but friendless. Beyond that, shan't comment.
Yeah. Typical. Overestimating your opponent. Simon has one of the biggest losing streaks ever in Dropkick, and I can see that continuing because Ken, if Big Mick gets anywhere near, he's going to punch his lights out. And Simon, if you think this is going to be a rollover, you are absolutely, deluded. Absolutely. Ken, if you've never seen Ken wrestle, the lad has vigor, he has aggression, and he's got passion. And that's three things that Simon doesn't have. And Ken will steamroller through Simon G. Money. And if Big Mick gets in the way, he'll get steamrollered too. One for the future, Ken Douglas.
Looking forward to watching him.
Yeah, can't wait to see what he's like in the ring. I love seeing wrestlers for the first time as well.
You should make a match stipulation, Colin, in one of his next matches or future matches for Simon. If he loses, he's got to shave his legs.
I did suggest a beard shave, to which he had a near fit at. And then his partner also said, no, can't shave his beard off. And I'm just thinking, well, if we can't shave his beard off, yeah.
Get his legs
Let's take the hair. Let's take the hair off. Let's get hair versus hair or something like that. That'd be great. I can see Simon. He'll be down the solicitors in the morning sending me letters. You can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Yeah.
I will.
You always expect a solicitor's letter. Yeah.
What heathen doesn't shave his legs?
You, llama legs.
So I'm assuming, Brev, that you want Ken Douglas to whoop his backside.
He's going to smash them all over, regardless.
I like it. Let's move on.
Moving on, we have Young Spawny.
See, Colin, this is a match that I think it's worth anybody's £10. Is it £10 for the show? It is.
£10.
This alone is worth the admission fee. Because, as you've announced it, one of the best young talents in England against one of the best young talents in Scotland. And for the first time ever, I'm on the fence.
Wow.
Because Spawn, I fully believe in Spawn. I have done against the likes of Persona. I have done when he's been on an uphill battle. However, I've seen Logan Smith. And I think these two match each other perfectly. It's cool. So I definitely think it's going to come down to who's got that last bit of stamina, who's got that last bit of want, and it can go either way. This
Looks very happy,
Also-
Logan Smith does.
He's a happy lad. It's a
You
number
might
one
not look like
contenders
Santa Claus.
match. So the winner of this faces the champion at the next show, Battlefront. It's as simple as that. Which one of these two wins goes to face the champion? Just for an added stipulation to make sure that we see the best out of these two. And, you know, Logan Smith now, you won't be seeing Logan Smith down here next year because he will be picked up by bigger companies and bigger stars. And, you know, the sky's the limit. And for Spawn, I know he's getting around now, going through the country. And these two, in 2 years' time, we won't be able to book because they'll be booked all over the country.
I agree.
Yeah,
They were good.
100%.
I honestly think people's going to look back at this match and say, when they're watching these two in like EW or WWE and go, I remember them do a Dropkick. But all of us here have a long history with Spawn. So what do you think's going to happen here?
My heart says Spawn. My head says Spawn actually as well. But that's nothing against Logan Smith, another man I've not had the pleasure of seeing wrestle. But from what I'm hearing, from what everybody's told me, this is going to be one hell of a match, and it's going to be very, very close. And if that is the case, I am so hyped to see it. But personally, my blood is lilac, Spawn all the way.
Big Brev.
I'm with you, Straight. I'm torn. But I think Spawn's going to have to bring back a little bit of his demons to get through this one. This one is going to be... It's going to be ludicrous. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be stuff in this match that you're probably never going to see again in your lifetime. Logan Smith is going to absolutely bring everything. He's just everywhere. The guy is phenomenal. Like in Spawn, like you said, you got two extreme talents. Like you're probably never going to see in the next couple of years unless they're on telly, because these two have everything to bring and give and achieve. But my money, if Spawn brings his demons, Spawn. But unfortunately, Brevs, I'm going to go with young Logan Smith on this one.
Oh, that's fair. That is fair. Now, Colin, I remember once upon a time, you walked through the curtain with Spawn. He come out to your song.
He did, the little pillock.
But where do you sit with this one?
Oh, dead easy. We're off to B&Q. Because all I'm going to hear is tap, 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 tap by Logan Smith. Simple as that. That's all I can say. We're off to B&Q.
I still
Absolutely.
think that's a joke at my expense.
It is.
Eesh. Fair enough. I'll never live that one down. But let's move on, Brevs.
Let's move on. And I do believe this is the final match I have here.
Now, you and G Mackie, once my tag partner, now a bit of a rough friend, I will call him, against Alan Shaw. Now, Alan Shaw, I would put in a similar bracket to the likes of Spawn and Logan Smith as well. He's a phenomenal young talent coming through the ranks. Brev, you've seen Persona Fly. So can this kid. But I was in that vice of a grip of you and G Mackie last weekend. And that hurt, Brev. So my money is going to be on you and G Mackie. Straight up. I want Alan Shaw to finally get the big one. But I think Ewan will have something up his sleeve.
I think it's a show thing, and the King of the Skies is going to be walking away with the championship.
Looks like Big Brev approves as well.
I'm calling it right away. No if buts or maybes. I think Shaw's going to be too quick, too fast for Ewan. I know Ewan's quick, Ewan's fast, but they don't call him the King of the Skies for nothing. He spends a lot of his time up there. And I'm pretty sure when all of Alan Shaw comes tumbling down onto Ewan, we're going to see the 1, 2, 3.
Brev, I think Ewan's going to bring him back down to earth. But Big Brev, you look like you agreeing with DJ Brev there.
I do think Alan Shaw's going to pinch it, just because of what I've seen of Ewan as of late. He's in that little rut, and I know what it's like to be in that stage. I did it myself. I battled through it, and I got to where I needed to be. This man is super experienced. I've seen him versus Spawn and many other talent in other promotions. He is a man with 1,000 ways to get you on your backside. He can spin around you. He can flip over you. He can get you in as many holes as he wants, and you won't even understand what's happened to you. But I don't. You know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to say Ewan. Nah, Ewan's got this. I don't know why.
Just put that last comment back up again.
That one there.
Yeah. Well, seeing as I love Ewan G. Mackey so much, and I still haven't forgiven him for disrespecting that belt, we've had some modifications to the ring in the last month. One thing at the Village Green, roof height, ceiling tiles, etc. We're hoping to go to the lower setting so Alan has more, shall we say, opportunities to even up this match. Doesn't matter if the ring's at 1 foot or 3 foot, does it? Or does it?
Well, it has had a modification, and it's been trial and tested. And it works, Brevs. But, Colin, at Alba, we heard that you were rooting for the old stranger boy against you and G. Mackey. So I would expect that you will be rooting for Alan Shaw in this one.
Well, it will be quite a remit of me for our championship match that Alan's got an opportunity after he won the Dirty Dozen. Ewan won the title, taking poor young Alan into a pinning predicament. And shall we say, Alan's learning. He's learning very quickly. He learned against Satchel Jones at the last show. Alan's learning every day. This guy is keen. This guy is focused. Ewan's got lots of tricks up his sleeves, and I tell you, there's a lot of them. His years of experience and his, shall we say, his charismatic nature, shall we say. But Alan, all you need to do is fly, because if he's not got a chance when you start flying. Ewan, great on the mat. When you're flying around from every corner, he won't know what's in him.
But Ewan does like a good total eclipse of the arse off the top rope. I felt that on my leg. But what you're going to have to do is get down there to the Village Green venue. You change it as I was reading it, Brev.
I was putting
in Dornaby, TS17 8PX at 3:30 on Sunday. £10 for an adult. It's £5 for a child.
Yep.
And if you look under 5 like me, you get in for free. And you get to watch the first ever IWF match. You get to meet the likes of the Genius. And you get to watch that unbelievable card for an afternoon of great wrestling.
Oh, yes.
But that's not the only wrestling show that I want to speak about. Because you've got a couple of posters there.
Do I?
Well, I sent you them
When did you send me them, bruv?
the same time I sent you the 40 things.
Oh, yes, they're right there. I'm wondering in my head, I'm thinking, is Strange going even more doolally than usual yet? No, I know what you're on about. There you are, bruv.
What do you mean?
You're not called Strange for nothing.
What I'll have to put up with. Well, come on then.
But there's 4 of them there. Pick a number.
Put the poster.
There you go.
up.
Which
The
poster? The main poster.
The main poster.
The main poster. These are very small, these thumbnails, you know. Okay,
Well, just,
so I have that.
That's not the main poster. However,
Well, there's lots of posters here, and they're very tiny on my screen.
skip to the next one.
Okay.
Well, there's one of our alternative posters. So the Grand Slam is coming to Sunderland on the 19th of July, 2025. 6 p.m. doors. It's going to be £12 for an adult, £8 for a child. However, in the month of May, we are going to be doing a deal. So keep your eyes peeled, because the tickets go on sale the 1st of May. Now put the other one on. There you go. No. Can I get the stop? Not that one. That one. This is our official poster. So you're going to see the likes of Hybrid, Big Brev, Persona, Nate Sawyer, Spawn. As you see on the other one, Alan Shaw. And obviously me. Colin's going to be at the commentary desk. DJB's going to be on the camera. And we're going to see.
Bumping heads in the ring.
Yeah. And a little exclusive for people. I've got 2. So we should have our very own belts delivered next week.
Been waiting to see
I don't
these.
know if I'm going to reveal them or not, but they'll be here. I will also be announcing the first match of this card within the next 7 days.
Ooh.
By the end of April, I'll have every single match card announced. So then it's up to you if you want to come and see the greatness that's about to happen. Brev, you go back to the other picture.
That one, or the long one.
And there's also a meet and greet opportunity before the show and at halftime. You get to meet Silfrina. You get to meet Big Brev. I mean, if you want to meet me, I'll be there. Johnny Flashback and Spawn. This is an opportunity where you go and have a chat with your favourite superstars. Get a picture. We'll also have little pictures for you for a couple of £1 to get them signed by your favourites.
All money goes to Stranger's Irn-Bru Fund.
What was that, sorry?
All money goes to Stranger's Irn-Bru Fund.
How about I buy my own? I said how much it is for an Irn-Bru now? 79 pence.
Really? My local shop sells them for 49.
Yeah, I was doing that in Newcastle. You ever been to Newcastle, Brevs? I know you have. You live there.
Not a bad place.
Honestly, worse than the cigar smoke. And the fact that they won a cup of the weekend was absolutely disgusting. I was nearly sick.
Hey.
Then the news that there might be signed Jack Grealish makes us. I'm not going to say what it makes us want to do, but I hate the fact of that.
Let's be honest, Strange. I don't support them, but they were the best team on the night. They absolutely obliterated Liverpool.
Must disagree.
Liverpool, wait, who were? They were like a team full of John Cena's. They were nowhere to be seen.
Must disagree. This stolen. There was a robbery, and they weren't even
Just
wearing
like
a mask.
when I should have been captain.
Oh, in the ball game.
Exactly. No, Big Brev, you're right. Big Brev, you should be captain.
I won the poll.
Brett.
He
Do
promised
your job.
Persona.
You can move that off the screen.
Okay.
Now, I do have a nice picture I want to end the evening off with. But I will let you have your final say before we get to that. So, Genius, we'll start.
I got a surprise.
Oh,
Come on,
surprise.
come on, DJB.
I got a
What
surprise.
have you got?
If
Oh,
you
yeah.
stand up and pull your pockets out and say, "Do you want to see an elephant?" There's going to be trouble.
No. So
It's not that kind of show.
So in honor of the genius being on our show, because you know we're not going to see him every single week on here. I thought I'm gonna, yeah.
Why is he getting special treatment for? And you just been calling me an idiot, pretty much.
You've had a song that'll make you happy named after you before. It's Colin's. But you've just made me spoil it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have brought back songs that'll make you happy. And I've written a nice song for the genius down there. Whether he likes the music style or not is his personal preference, but it's you know, it's the thought that counts. So for the next 2.5...
He's going to love it.
For the next 2.5 minutes, if you can go along with the rhythm and sing along, the lyrics will be on screen. Have fun. Here is Genius.
Yo, you know what time it is? It's the genius on the mic, we ain't playing no tracks. Yeah, step in the room, feel the energy rise. When Colin Barker's around, you know he's that guy. Move so smooth, brain sharper than steel. A mind like a diamond, man, that's real. Hustle all day, no time to waste. Taking the lead, setting the pace. Vision so clear, like he's seeing through glass. Genius, always schooling the class. You're a genius, yeah, you're a genius. Got the whole world watching. You're a genius, yeah, you're a genius. Every move's a blessing. You're a genius. Running the game, got the keys to the door. Every thought he drops makes the crowd want more. The blueprint's out, Colin's got the plan. Watch how he moves, he's the man. Calculated steps, no rush, no stress. He knows what he's doing, man, nothing less. Look at his moves, look at the grind. Genius, man, he's one of a kind. You're a genius, yeah, you're a genius. Got the whole world watching. You're a genius, yeah, you're a genius. Every move's a blessing. You're a genius. G-E-N-I-U-S. Genius, man, roll the dice. You're a genius, yeah, you're a genius. Got the whole world watching. You're a genius, yeah, you're a genius. Every move's a blessing. You're a genius. 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 You're a genius forever. That was great.
He's a genius.
DJB,
Right.
you have excelled yourself.
I tell you, it's about him. He's going to love it. Actually, you know what we forgot? Oh, the cheesecakes. Oh.
Strange. You don't have to put your hand up for your own show, you know.
You spelled genius wrong, Brev.
No.
You missed the E out.
No. I've done that on
Who's the
purpose.
genius now?
But you know how all the kids are all with the hip sings and they always go, "Oh, you're a G." Well, I thought, you know what, you're a G. Yes, yeah. It's not
Also,
just a half rack.
All
So
skill, all
Colin's
skill.
a wave G, Brev.
I do appreciate the song, but you know, I can't remember being down with the kids. You know, I'm 60 next year. We talked 40 years ago.
You know what we
down
need
with
to
the
do?
kids.
You know what we need to do to get Colin's mood back in this excitement, happiness?
What's that?
We need a conga.
We need a conga.
We need a
And
conga.
Colin in a conga.
Yes. To his
Not
song
you.
as well.
A Colin conga. Yes.
That's been your bod. Your bod. After your shenanigans, you're in the corner. You're a GM now. Remember?
Big Brev leading the conga.
Well, I'll sit and watch drinking me iron breath. I'll be happy. But anyways, that was a nice surprise having that back. I do like songs that'll make you happy. However, we'll start off with a genius, considering he's getting special treatment. But I'm not annoyed about that. Do you have anything you want to say before we go up there?
Thank you, lads, for having me on your show. It's great to see you all again, and I can't wait to see you all on Sunday. I'm sure there'll be plenty of hugs, plenty of smiles, and plenty of memories. And when we leave the village green at the end of the show, there will be lots of very positive thoughts and very happy smiles on everyone's faces. And it had a great show.
Big breath. Floor is yours.
Well, you already know what I'm going to say. I'm excited about this match. It's been a while since I've been in the ring, other than training. It's not as good in training. When I'm training with you, Strange, I don't get. Does it hurt you?
I mean,
You don't want to grab my hands and break bones. Jackson, hybrid, Natoya. What can I say? Plenty of past history, and there's a lot of blood boiling ready. And maybe after this match, maybe Colin, I might move up the card a bit, you know, and show them what I'm really about in a couple of months' time or something. Fit me in anywhere.
The opportunity's always there, Brev.
Exactly.
We got it's my number one rule: opportunities.
That's it. And
Just hopefully it's in that Jackson.
That I can agree with. I hope Walkout does smash Alfie Jackson's face in. I've been picking him as a leader. He couldn't lead a dog, man. Come on. Anyways,
the madness.
Usually this is the point where I'd say thank you everyone for joining in. You know, I love doing what we do. I love the connectivity, the togetherness of it. However, I am going to be a little, you know, selfish and plug something. So recently on IWF and SME, you may have noticed for the past 2 weeks, I've been hosting a show called WWO. This is where fantasy becomes reality. We got guys on the game like it could be The Rock, Sami Zayn, Kane, you name it, Roman Reigns, up against guys that, you know, like Walker. Walker's in it. Walker was fighting last night on a show. He tapped out. He tapped out. Strange. Me and Strange, we became tag team number 1 contenders last night. You never know what you are going to see at Wrestle World Online. And you can catch us every single week on SME, IWF, and on YouTube. If you're down for a nice chill hour or two, watching some video games, listening to me and a few friends jabber on and have a laugh, please come and join us. It would mean the world to me.
Couple of beers, bit of food.
Exactly.
It's great. Well, I want to close this off just a little bit differently. I did send you another picture. I hope you've got this one ready. I don't want you to put it on your chip.
Was that from today?
Yes.
Right.
So, I believe the past few weeks, an update on IWF. It's been going great. Our guys are training. They're getting ready. They're excited for this Dropkick show. And they're more than excited for when we first debut in Sunderland in July. However, what I've noticed is a lot of friendships mean a lot more than other things. And I realized that over the past few weeks, and it's been bliss. It's been calm. And this picture, I want to close the show off with, because just remember, there's never war, just love.